Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something in case this worked. So my SR, I was having issue with my filament being very difficult to push through the hot end, to the point where my OMG V2S dual extruder was grinding my filament away instead of pushing it through. So I did the standard thing. I checked the nozzle, thought it was clogged, took it off there, and actually just took it off and put a brand new one on there. And it did the same thing. It wasn't being able to push the filament through there. So I figured it has to be further up in the hot end and maybe the throat. And I was just going to replace the throat. This is the original one from when I bought it. I've got 980 hours on my SR, so not too bad. It's made it quite a ways. And here's the spare one. And I got to looking at it and noticed that that is the PTFE tubing stuck inside there. And I got to thinking, and I remember everybody saying that after an extended amount of time that this stuff can melt and start to deform. So I thought, why not just go ahead and take a piece of my Capricorn tube, I got a spare little piece here, and replace it. So let me show you this. This is the one I pulled out, and you can see where the filament had been coming out of the tube and around and squeezing in between the wall on the throat. I think, yeah, this is called the throat. And so I heated this up with a heat gun, held it with a pair of pliers, and was able to get a small Allen wrench in there and dig into the side of it and push this piece out, the original. And it looks pretty deformed. I can see a gouge in it right there. I don't know if that's from me pulling it out or what. I don't know, but it's in pretty bad shape. So what I did is I took my Capricorn tube and I pushed it down in there as far as I could, and then I took my knife and just shaved it off nice and flush with the end of the throat. So instead of using my spare throat up, I'm hoping, I haven't tried it yet, I'm hoping that just replacing it with a Capricorn tube will fix my problem. So I'm gonna get this all put back together, and hopefully it all works like it's supposed to. I'm gonna put my original nozzle back in. This is a nickel plated nozzle. I put it on my, I put it on, I think I had 80 or 90 hours on the machine when I replaced it with this, and now I've got 980. So you're looking at about 900 hours on this nozzle, this nickel-plated nozzle, which is pretty good, I think. I don't know if a brass one would have lasted that long or not. I had the money to spend on this, so I went ahead and bought it. So I'm gonna get this. You're gonna leave a thread, 1 to 2 threads out. And that way you have a couple threads on your nozzle too. So anyway, instead of replacing everything, hopefully I was able to just fix it. So anyway, I'm gonna get this put back together, get it put back in the machine. I gotta heat it up before I can tighten down the nozzle nice and snug against the throat, and we'll push some filament through it, see what happens. Okay, I already did it, but I didn't get to show you this. I want to show you guys a little trick. Whenever you go to push your Capricorn or PTFE tubing, whatever you're using, down into here, when you push it down, push down firmly, then use a flat-headed screwdriver to pry the catch up, and then put your clip in. That way you don't have any up and down play in your tubing. So if you just push it down in there and then put your clip in there, you could have just a little bit of play. So push your tube in, take a screwdriver, spread that apart as you're pushing down on the tube, and then put your clip in there, and then nice and tight, no play in it at all. Alright, to tighten the nozzle up, I grab onto it with my needle nose pliers onto the hot end. It's a 7mm socket. Nice and snug, don't over tighten it, it's nice and snug. And yeah, that's it, nice and straight. Don't forget your silicone sock. Ow. Oh yeah, it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna try and push some filament through there. It's not grinding. Let's do 100 mil, see what happens. Oh, a little bit. I might have been pushing it too fast. No, that was, I know what that was. I didn't cut off the filament that already had grooves in it. So, that seems to be working pretty nice. So, I'm gonna run a print. Oh wait, first I'm gonna re-level it and reset my Z offset and all that, because I highly doubt I got it exactly where it was. Alright guys, it appears that everything is working the way it's supposed to. I don't have any grinding. Extruder's running smoothly. Print's working out good so far. Only got, what am I, 2 layers in, 3 layers, I'm on the 2nd layer. And by this time, before I did all this, it was already grinding up in there, so. Awesome. Oh yeah, don't make fun of my box here as an enclosure. It's not stupid if it works, right? And that's actually been my next project. I've been looking up some designs for enclosures, and I think I've decided on one that I'm going to give a shot. Maybe my next video will be me building one of those. So I hope this helps somebody out if they're having a problem with their filament feeding and your nozzle is not clogged. It'll be that, what do they call it, the funnel? I can't remember now. I think it's called the funnel. So, all right.